everyone, this is Linda Rea right here on Main Street in Rochester at Real Estate One. You're one of my special guests that's here today. Going to tell them a little about yourself quickly, Mark?
Yeah, Mark Sera. Let's see, you lived in the Rochester area for 27 years now. I just love it, part of the community. And so just happy to be here.
John Adams Mortgage.
Yes, and I work for John Adams Mortgage. We're going to talk about Young Life today. And so excited about it, and a great group that we have here today.
You want to introduce your guest here today?
Oh, yes. We have Bev, and she is from, obviously, she's going to talk about Young Life and what it is in the Rochester area, Bev Claude. And then Noah is he is our full-time employee of Young Life Rochester. And so we're, just great to hear from him today, and really excited about hearing from him.
Okay, Noah, so what is Young Life?
Yeah.
Tell me.
Young Life is a Christian youth ministry, and the whole heart behind it is to love students, love kids really well, make them feel welcomed, included, regardless of their background, who they are, what they believe. And then once us leaders, so there are adult leaders, they could be full-time staff like me or volunteer leaders. And once leaders get to know kids and have a relationship with them, then they give them the opportunity to grow in a relationship with Jesus if they want to.
You're a school teacher too, aren't you?
I substitute teach, yeah.
Substitute teach. In what locations are you?
I substitute teach at Rochester High School, just as a way to get to know some of the kids.
Just to know some of the kids. That is just really commendable. I love that. We want to talk just a little bit about camp. I know that you and I had this conversation, and we want to get involved. Mm-hmm. And we're going to talk to the people about how they can get involved as well. But we're going to commit at the Linda Rea team of joining you to get at least 2 students this year through camp. And how can we do that? And what does that mean? What's the experience of a camp for these children?
Yeah, well, I've experienced as an adult, and I have a 14-year-old, soon-to-be high schooler. So that's where my interest comes in this, because I want my daughter to be a part of a flourishing young life. I have been we have our own Young Life camp up in Lake City, Michigan, mm-hmm. and it's beautiful grounds, beautiful property, and camp is just so exciting. It grabs kids' attention. They have so much fun. There's lots of activity, and then they just hear amazing stories of people who have grown up in Young Life and just presenting the gospel of Jesus.
Maybe making them feel a little bit more important, a little bit loved, a place of
accepted, right?
Of belonging. Mm-hmm. A lot of children out there, I'm sure your experiences would break my heart to hear some of them, but I'm sure that you have those experiences of knowing changes. Can you just kind of relate to one of those, of a child that you've had in and it's helped?
Right. Well, I know this one girl who struggled in school. She was doing virtual school. She came to camp and absolutely loved the fun of it, the songs that we sing, and just the excitement of learning about Jesus and knowing that he loves her. And hearing that message has changed her life. I love that. She's a friend of my daughter's. And so there's winter camp, which is like a weekend in the wintertime. And then we have 5 to 6 days of summer camp.
Mm-hmm. Great experiences for them. A sense of family belonging, maybe, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of the children don't feel they have that today.
Yeah.
And I think that could change their life totally.
Mm-hmm.
Just feeling a part of.
Yeah. At the summer camps, actually, they have full-time Young Life staff goes, and it's called an assignment, where they go and work at a camp during the summer for like a month at a time. Mm-hmm. And they're like, the hope for that is they bring their families. So there are all sorts of like little kids running around, just like while these high schoolers and middle schoolers are at the camps. And that's like one of the reasons that they have that, is to model just like how a family should be, how it should be like rooted in the Lord and just like very loving.
Where can they find out more about Young?
Yeah, so we can give them more information. We have a website. If you just search Young Life Eastern Great Lakes region, that's like the region that oversees, and Rochester Young Life is included in that. But really any Young Life website will give more information about Young Life as a whole. and then we could be contacted directly for more information about Young Life Rochester.
I was reading your site a little while ago, and I saw a portion of it that talked about middle school, junior high, and high school. Is that pretty much the age level, or do you take all age levels?
Yeah, so we're primarily focusing to start on middle school and high school, and that is more due to just the fact that there are, one, so many schools in Rochester, and two, we're still like going out and like looking for leaders to be a part of it and be a part of leading the students. So the hope is that we'll eventually expand to all the high schools and middle schools in Rochester, and then hopefully beyond. There is also Young Life College at Oakland University right around the corner too.
So if someone wanted to be a part of this, either as an instrument of being a teacher or a counselor of some kind, how would they go about that? And also, if someone knew of someone or had a child they think would really benefit from this, how would they place that? How would they get a hold of you to make those things happen?
Yeah, again, that's any of the three of us would be great points of contact. For people who want to get involved as like a leader, we do like leader training. So it's like kind of training people on how like Young Life processes work, the specific like tools that Young Life uses, and just to kind of equip the leaders with what they're going to be facing as a leader. And that usually takes about like 4 hour to hour and a half meetings to kind of get people trained, and then they go through like a criminal background check and stuff like that before they're officially
A lot of
leaders.
vetting.
Yeah, exactly. And then they can be leaders, and we are still getting things started here in Rochester, so we're really just focusing on going out and meeting kids. So that's primarily what I'm doing and what the other leaders are doing so far.
It's very commendable. We all have a purpose. So wherever they might fit in, I know the Linda Rea team is going to fit in by we work hard and we take a portion of every check and donate it back to the public. So that's why we're taking that on. And that's the way we're going to do it. So if someone wanted to also contribute or raise money to send one child or 10 children to camp, I think that's commendable. You could change a child's life and never even have to go to a meeting.
Absolutely.
And it's approximately, what did you tell me, for a child to go to camp per year?
Usually about $600 for a summer camp trip.
And what would that cover?
That covers, so it's all room and board, so all meals. The camp itself, we call it a camp, but it's really like a resort. It's super nice. There's all sorts of fun activities. They've got like, for the summer camp, they've got like zip lines, a giant swing that's like 60 feet tall. So they've got all sorts of fun things, and all that money just goes to pay for the like room and board, and then the activities as well.
And can they also perhaps get in touch with maybe another parent that has had children go through, maybe to just kind of give them a reference and be all warm and fuzzy about their child going?
Yes.
Is that something that's doable?
Absolutely, yeah. We have other clubs in the area, in Birmingham, Oxford, Lake Orion, just to name just the closest ones. But we also would love, we're just a volunteer group and we have a committee team. And so that's another way of coming on board. You can always have a visit up to the camp as well. If they wanted to send their kids, they can come and we can do a visit to see it in action.
That's really nice. There's a lot of retired people out there today that has so much to offer, and we should not allow them to feel like they don't have any value. Here's the opportunity, right? Once you retire, it's like, what do I do with my time? Well, use it for something like this. So thank you for coming over and explaining to us what Young Loving is today.
And I did want to mention, we do have an event coming up, which is Thursday, October 26th. We're having actually an awareness and fundraising event for Young Life. It's called the Two Crazy Italian Pasta Making Class and Dinner. So we're going to have a great time here in Rochester, 1002 North Main Street. And so the contact information will be on there. And if you'd like to attend, we'd love to have you. We're going to have a full course meal. It's going to be fun. We're going to have Frank Sinatra, or at least he sounds just like him, singing to us. And it'll be a great time.
It's right here at Real Estate One,
Yes.
right
it
here
is.
north of downtown Rochester. That's fantastic. And do they need to RSVP? Maybe they could contact you?
Yes, they can contact me at 248-760-0288 or any of, Noah or Bev. And yes, love to have them.
Oh, that's fantastic. Thanks so much for being here today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thank you.